Hi, Gabriel here from the NYC Guitar School. I'm here today to show you 3 licks that are based on the pentatonic scale and use hybrid picking. So, the pentatonic scale is one of the most useful scale shapes you can use as a guitarist, purely because a lot of guitar vocabulary and a lot of the sound we just associate with solo guitar playing, like guitar solos, is based around that kind of tonality. We're going to be using that as the basis for these exercises and as a way of expanding our guitar vocabulary in a way that we can use when we play guitar solos. So, we have 3 licks here. All of them are going to be utilising either legato, hybrid picking or sweep picking, and they're all going to allow us to expand our vocabulary on the guitar. Okay, so let's check out this first lick. It's based around an A minor pentatonic scale in the first position, so we're going to be on the 5th fret as our lowest part of the scale. I'll play through up and down to the scale first. So this is the normal shape we know, where we go 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8, as we work our way through the strings, the notes A, C, D, E, G, and then it repeats A, C, D, E, G, A, C, or 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 1, 3 are the intervals. So we're going to be using that scale shape, and we're going to be playing through the scale, but we're going to be playing it in a slightly different note grouping. So what we're going to do, we're going to be starting on that 8th fret of the 1st string. I'm using my 4th finger for that, and I'm using an upstroke with my picking hand, so I'm going. And then I'm going to match that with a 8th fret on the 2nd string. And for that I'm using my 3rd finger on my fretting hand, and that's also another upstroke. I'm sweeping through those two. So it's almost like strumming but slowed down, where the pick picks that 1st string, and as soon as it's hit that 1st string, it lands on the 2nd string and is resting there until I pick that note. Okay. 8, 8. Now, the next note, I'm going to grab the 5th fret on the 1st string, but I'm going to hybrid pick this note. So what that means is I'm going to use the 2nd finger, my middle finger, on my picking hand. So I'm going to go 8, 8 with 2 upstrokes sweeping through, grabbing that 5th fret of the 1st string with my 2nd finger on my picking hand. Okay, that's the first phrase. Now I'm going to match that with 2 other sweeped notes now. So we're going to go up, up, hybrid. So what I'm playing is I'm going to sweep down to the 5th fret on the 2nd string. And if you notice, I'm doing this roll where I go across the 2 strings, so rolling from the 1st string to the 2nd string, so it mutes the 1st string after I finish playing it. Because we don't want them to bleed together. Like that, we want. So, full lick so far. Then I'm going to sweep up and grab the 7th fret of the 3rd string. Awesome, so that's the start of the lick. Now I'm going to keep on going, and I'm going to play the 8th fret of the 2nd string. So, first phrase. Now I'm going to use a hybrid pick to pick the note on the 8th fret of the 2nd string, following that with an upstroke on the 7th fret of the 3rd string, and then another hybrid pick on the 5th fret of the 2nd string. And the reason I'm using hybrid picking is because I'm avoiding jumping around too much with my picking hand. I'm using the hybrid pick for my string skipping and changes of direction. Okay, we're going to match that again. We're going to play sweep between the 5th fret of the 3rd string to the 7th fret of the 4th string. So that part of the phrase now. So let's play that. So we've gone 8, 7, hybrid pick, 5th fret of the 2nd, sweep, sweep. So there's 2 together. Okay. And we're going to keep on going. Now we're going to be on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. I'm using my 4th finger for this, but you could also use your 3rd finger, I guess. I find it a little easier because then it leaves my 3rd finger free to play the 7th fret on the 4th string, which is the next note, which again, sweep, sweep. And then we're going to hybrid pick with 1st finger on your fretting hand, hybrid picking using the 2nd finger on the picking hand, the 5th fret of the 3rd string. So. And then we're going to sweep through. 5th fret of the 4th string, 7th fret of the 5th string. So full full lick so far. Okay, end of the phrase. I'm going to play 7th fret, 4th string, 7th fret of the 5th string, again 2 upstrokes to sweep through, hybrid pick, 5th fret of the 4th string, and then I'm going to just play through to finish off the scale by going 7th fret of the 5th string with an upstroke, 8th fret of the 6th string with an upstroke, pull off to the 5th fret of the 6th string. So, full lick, it's going to sound like this. Or a little faster. Now, it's a really cool lick because we can use this over, again, minor sound, so that's cool. Or we can imply different things as well, so if we wanted to play a bit of B flat, it would give us like a major kind of sharp 11 sound. So you can experiment with the different ways we can apply this first lick, and it's one that I really like using. Okay, so let's check out this second lick. It's based around something that I call a 3-octave pentatonic scale divided up into 2 3-note divisions. That means there's going to be 2 notes on one string. In this case, the 3rd fret and the 5th fret. Then there's going to be 3 notes on the next string. So it's going to go 3, 5, 7. Like that. And we're going to repeat the same shape, this. We're just going to move up to the 5th fret of the 4th string. And to the 7th fret, and then we're going to go 5, 7, 9. Here's the big jump. We're going to go 8, 10, and then 8, 10, 12. It's a really useful position on the pentatonic scale to learn, just because it allows you to move from a low position on the guitar neck all the way up to a high position. Okay, so how is this lick formed? This lick is, it's going to sound like this. Let me play it first. Okay, so this lick is all about cycling down through this scale shape, and we're going to be doing, it's kind of like a round where we go like, we play 4 notes down and we go back up. Like that. Okay, so first start of the phrase, we're going to be on the 12th fret of the 1st string. Now we're going to be using legato here, so I like to have my fingers lined up already, so I have my 4th finger on the 12th fret, 2nd finger on the 10th fret, 1st finger on the 8th fret, and we're just going to pick with an upstroke and pull off as I go. So we're going to go 12 with a pick, pull off to the 10, pull off to the 8th. Okay, that's the first 3 notes. Now we need to match that with the 4th note of the phrase, so that's going to be on the 10th fret of the 2nd string. So I've gone 12, 10, 8, and then I'm going to upstroke onto the 10th fret of the 2nd string. Okay, so that's the start of the phrase. Now we're going to jump back up to the 10th fret of the 1st string now, and I'm going to use my 4th finger on my fretting hand to do that. And I'm going to use a hybrid pick. I'm going to use the 2nd finger on my picking hand to grab that note, because I've just played upstrokes, it's going to be hard to jump across to the 1st string, so using a hybrid pick makes it slightly more efficient, so we go like that. Now we're going to play another 4 notes, so we're going to go 10, 8, 10, 8. Now you have a choice. We could either play using your 4th finger and your 2nd finger, or maybe you could use your 4th, 1st, 3rd, 1st. Maybe it depends really. It depends if we play the phrase like this, and we could start with our 3rd finger on the 10th fret of the 1st string. It's whatever's most comfortable for you. In this instance, I think I'm going to use my 3rd finger. I'm going to go 4, 2, 1, 2, 3 with finger numbers. So 4th finger, 2nd finger, 1st finger, 2nd finger, 3rd finger, and then 1st, 3rd, 1st for the 10, 8, 10, 8. Okay, so how are we going to pick that? We're going to go first phrase, we're going to go pick, pull, pick, hybrid, pull off, upstroke, pull off. Again, we're going to use a hybrid pick now to grab the 8th fret of the 1st string. I'm going to keep playing down the scale, so we're going to go hybrid pick, then upstroke onto the 10th fret of the 2nd string, pull off down to the 8th, pick on the 7th fret of the 9th fret, sorry, of the 3rd string. So, phrase so far. Okay, now we go back up to the 10th fret of the 2nd string. We keep working our way down the scale, so I'm using a hybrid pick to get that 10th fret on the 2nd string. I'm pulling off to that 8th fret, picking up on the 9th fret, pulling off to the 7th fret. So okay, now this is the tricky part. We have some slightly awkward finger patterns because we need to jump down to the 5th fret of the 3rd string for the next phrase. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my 2nd finger to pick that 8th fret of the 2nd string, and I believe that's going to be using a hybrid pick. So we've gone. So I'm using a hybrid pick on that 8th fret, 2nd finger of my fretting hand, and now it's slightly awkward, but I'm going to use my 4th finger on the 9th fret, the 3rd string, to put me in position to use my 2nd finger on the 7th fret, and my 1st finger on the 5th fret. So, and then we're going to hammer back up to the 9th fret and repeat that phrase. So here we go. Now we're going to use an upstroke to pick 7th fret of the 4th string. So let's listen to the whole phrase again so far. Let's keep building it up. Okay, cool. I'm going to use my 4th finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. I'm going to pull off to the 5th fret of the 3rd finger, 1st finger on the 7th and 5th frets of the 4th string. Now I'm going to hybrid pick 5th fret of the 3rd string, 4th finger with an upstroke on the 7th fret of the 4th string, pull off to the 5th fret of the 4th string, upstroke onto the 7th fret of the 5th string. So, and I guess you could use whichever finger is more comfortable. I guess I think I'm probably going to go. The rundown. So I'll use my 3rd finger on that 7th fret of the 5th string, 4th finger, 7th fret of the 4th string, pull off to my 1st finger on the 5th fret, upstroke to the 4th finger on the 7th fret, pull off onto the 5th, pull off onto the 3rd, upstroke onto the 5th. So we have. Okay, let's check out the 3rd lick. It's going to be based around the 1st position box shape again on the 5th fret, where we go 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. But this time I'm going to be playing I'm playing an A minor 7 arpeggio. I'm going pick on the 5th fret, I'm hammering to the 8th fret, both on the 6th string. Then I'm going to pick the 7th fret of the 5th string, and then I'm going to pick the 5th fret of the 4th string, and I'm going to hammer onto the 7, pull off back down to the 5th, upstroke onto the 7, upstroke onto the 8th. Just like that. Now we're going to move to the next shape. So I'm going to use a hybrid pick. That's going to bring me to the 5th fret of the 5th string. So I've gone. Now we're going to play the next arpeggio shape. The idea is I'm playing arpeggios within the pentatonic scale, so they're going to sound slightly different from what you might expect. This is going to be like a suspended, D-suspended arpeggio. It sounds really cool. So rather than being a dominant arpeggio where we would have, we're replacing the 3rd with the 2nd, so it would be like a D7 sus2, the 2nd then being the 7th fret of the 5th string, which is from the A minor pentatonic scale. So we're going D, E, the notes, or 5, 7, picking 1st note on the 7th fret with a downstroke, hammering to the 7th fret, sweeping through to the 7th fret of the 4th, picking down to the 5th fret of the 3rd, hammering onto the 7th, pulling off, upstroke, upstroke. So let's put those two together. So the A minor 7 first. So remember, we're starting this D sus arpeggio with a hybrid pick using my second finger on my picking hand. So I'm going 5, 8, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 7, 5, 7. Okay, we're going to keep working our way up through the pentatonic scale. So now we're going to be on the 5th fret of the 4th string, and we're going to go pick, hammer onto the 7th fret, and we're going to pick this with a hybrid pick again because that's how we're changing direction, coming from the D7 sus, which starts again with a hybrid pick. Picking using the second finger of my picking hand, using first finger of my fretting hand on the 5th fret of the 4th string is our first note. This arpeggio, we're going to hammer on to the 7th fret of the 4th string, sweep down to the 7th fret of the 3rd string, sweep down to the 5th fret of the 2nd string, hammering on to the 8th fret, pulling off back down to the 5th, sweeping up to the 7th, and the 3rd, sweeping up to the 7th and the 4th. Let's put those all together. Cool, okay, so then we're on our next phrase, which is going to start off as you saw there, on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. So we've had, starting with a hybrid pick to transition to the next string group. Again, hammering on to the next note, which is the 7th fret of the 3rd string, sweeping down to the 8th fret of the 2nd string, sweeping up to the 5th fret of the 1st, hammering to the 8th fret, pulling off to the 5th, sweeping up to the 8th fret of the 2nd string, sweeping up to the 7th fret of the 3rd, finishing with a pull off. That's how we're going to end that phrase. So let's put all those arpeggios together to make our lick. We're going to start on the 5th fret. We have the A minor 7 to start, so we're going to go 5th fret, D sus, G sus, C sus, and that's our full lick. That's a really cool lick to use. It sounds really interesting, and again, works any place, an A minor pentatonic scale would work. Okay, now I hope these 3 licks were useful. I'd love to see some examples of you guys playing them, so if you have a go at playing these scales and you want to take a video, just make sure to share it with us, and hopefully we can do something with that. That'd be really cool. Try and apply this to your own practice routine, see how you can use these different scale shapes. You can even try applying these different sequences to other scales. See if you can, say, apply this idea of this arpeggio shape to different degrees of the pentatonic scale. So maybe you're going to start in a 2nd position major pentatonic sound, and we could use that same idea. And that could be really cool. So you can really experiment with these different ideas and see what you can find. I just want to say a huge thank you for checking out this video. My name's Gabriel, I'm a guitar teacher at the NYC Guitar School. We post content ranging from lick lessons, song lessons. We create content around music production, and we're teaching online and in person back in New York City. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel, hit that bell icon to receive notifications. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again next time.